from the bottom of my heart, it's so much. I'm filled with so much joy that they actually came to. Guys, can you just imagine? I didn't record. Come on.
No ways.
I promise you. I didn't record nothing.
Oh my god. So you're nervous. And I was getting into it. Yeah.
Happy people, welcome to GenTalks Diaries. I mean, this is the moment that we have forever been waiting for, and I am so super thrilled and super excited. And of course, this is your all-time favorite Blessed Sia, and I am here today with my phenomenal guest. But before we get to the guest, this being the first episode of us getting into this candid conversation and to hear what is actually going on in the lives of young people, this generation that we are in, and just to get the insights of the world that we are in today. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to really thank my phenomenal guests. And guys, these people are just not just guests, it just not it just does not end there, but these guys are actually doctors, so I am super thrilled and super excited. I mean, we can give a round of applause to our doctors that I am really much so filled with excitement, and I really want to appreciate them. So without any wasting of time, I'm actually going to let them introduce themselves, and because they just graduated, we have new doctors in town. So my beautiful doctors, I don't know, you can introduce yourself.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Gamu, or Dr. Gamu, but I'm popularly known as the real OG. That's my name. If you don't know it, get into it. Yeah, and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting us. Being your first guest, we're honored. Wow. And we're just excited to see this podcast grow and change lives and touch people's lives.
Oh, wow. And of course, on the left-hand side, we have
hi guys, my name is Dr Kamogano. I'm joking, I'm humble. Precious. My name is Precious, and I'm also grateful to be here. Honestly, thank you so much, Sia. And please support him. We really want to see this grow. And yeah, tune in.
Of course. And guys, please, before you go any further, please make sure that you subscribe, you comment, and definitely like this video, because your subscription definitely matter to me and to us, of course.
And to share.
Yes. Okay, doctors. So today we want to come on board and just, you guys, I want to know, right? I'm fascinated about what goes on in a woman's mind, or what happens in a woman's life and everything. So today I want us to talk everything women. What do women really want is the question of the day.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Money.
We want money.
Like
We want money.
Oh,
That's
wow.
okay. I want money.
So out of everything, women really want money.
I mean, the thing is, okay, yes, we want money, but we don't want a situation where a person is only offering you money. Because
beautiful.
The money means nothing if you don't have that emotional connection or that emotional support from your partner. Because there are some men that do feel like, I give you everything, you have a roof over. I'm sure even sometimes our parents have also said that to us, like, you have a roof over your head, you go to good schools or whatever, but you claim you're depressed. What more do you want? But sometimes it's more than just the material things.
Material.
The money is the cherry on top. A
cherry.
And But it's a very important shift.
Oh
I
wow,
think
money.
stability as well, no?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
stability comes with money as well,
Yes.
emotional stability and everything, and financial stability as well.
Mm.
So yeah, that's
Oh
one
wow.
of the things.
Now I just want to know something. I mean, from the time when you guys were growing up, from a young age, and then you go to high school, and after high school, and it's like varsity and everything. There's a term that has always been used, and the term is every girl has a dream, right? Every girl has a dream. So I want to know, does every girl have a dream? And if so, what is actually that dream that every girl has?
Wow.
Okay, I will say, like, do you want to
Oh,
start?
no, you can.
Okay, I feel like I grew up in a family where mom and dad were together. Same with my uncles and everything. So I always felt like that's what I wanted. I wanted that stability, like she said.
Oh.
I wanted to get married at a young age, have my children, and we have a happy life. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just the generation or I'm just unfortunate. But I feel like that hasn't really like I have a growing sense of, is that really gonna happen?
Yeah.
Is that dream far-fetched? Because I don't want to lie. Like, I always pictured myself to be married by 25.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I came to Russia at 19. And coming at 19, I had to kind of let go of the dream of getting married by 25 because I knew that I would graduate at 25. Yeah.
Okay.
And it hasn't
Wow.
been easy letting go of that dream. So I seek stability. I seek like marriage, but I don't know if it's also a thing of generations changing as well, because in that stability, part of that stability, I guess, is like, I don't know, just gold digger culture has become I don't want to lie, like gold digger culture has pretty much taken over like society.
Oh wow, that's good. Okay, Precious.
Okay, well, for me, yeah, well, I do come from like what she has, like parents who are together, like I was raised out of love basically. But then I feel like what was instilled in me was education, guys. My parents or my family, they value education.
Oh wow.
So
Beautiful.
from a young age, I was always taught to be independent, go to school, study, get that degree, work hard, don't depend on a man type of stuff,
Oh wow.
So for me, that's it, honestly. Which
wow.
is hard. I think maybe it's because I'm from a Kalanga family, from Botswana. They value education, So yeah.
Now I feel like my answer is like
It's not. We all want no, it's not. We all want marriage, but for me, men will come later. Let me get my bag first. I don't know.
Okay, speaking to that, let you get your bag first. So I want to ask this kind of question related to like feminism, right?
Yeah.
What is feminism in today's culture, or in your personal perspective, when it comes to you? Are you a feminist, maybe, if you can put it like that?
I used to think I was, but now I don't want to consider myself a feminism because of how people, like, the whole narrative of feminism changed nowadays. I don't like it anymore, Feminism, I feel like from when I was growing up, it was all about the equality of the sexes, you get me?
Yes,
but now it's
yes.
more of like belittling the men and everything, of which I don't support.
Oh yeah.
But they're going to attack me, the feminists. But I'm just saying. So I don't know. What do you think?
I'm a feminist.
Okay.
I'm a feminist.
Okay.
But there are obviously people that are like radical feminists.
Yeah.
We call them the feminazis.
Yeah.
Who pretty much belittle men. And like there's a difference between equality of the genders versus this gender is better than the other. Which, I mean, biology, like from the beginning of time, I mean, just biology on itself, women and men need to coexist. Men are not better than women, and women are not better than men, right?
Okay.
So, but at the same time, I don't want to allow the feminazis to then take away from my message, which is fighting for equality of the
Quality,
sexes.
yeah.
You get what I mean? Yeah.
But apart from that, look at it this way, ne? Nowadays, you see women going out on the streets that are naked. They're like, oh, I'm a feminist. Men can walk like naked, bare chest or everything, and then women want to do that too. And they're like, no, we're not dressing for the men, we're dressing for ourselves and whatever. Why can't the men control, I don't know, that whatever
Lust.
You get me?
Yeah, but those
But
are
then
the feminazis.
the morals of it, you know.
Those are the feminazis, not the feminists.
Okay, wait. Okay. Oh, God, take it down. Doctor, calm down. I'm not yet there.
She's a true feminist.
I'm not yet there. Okay, wait. You said that there's feminazis.
Yeah.
And then there's
The feminists.
feminists. Okay,
Yes.
kindly differentiate between the two. What's the difference?
Okay, the feminazis are more radical. They're the type that believe that women are better than men.
Okay.
And like the type that would go on the streets and like, I mean, yes, I understand that you want to evoke emotion in people, but also I think it's important to do it in a respectable way.
True.
You want to get people to listen to you, not to get people to go like, not this other one.
Not this other one. Yeah.
Because unfortunately, that's now the narrative of what feminism is. The feminazis. No one, like, it's as though the feminazis have taken away from the important message of feminism in the first place.
Oh.
You get what I mean? Yeah. And I wish to preserve the culture of feminism.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying women should walk around with the streets bare chested, and I'm not saying women are better than men.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think I will do I'll play my role in pushing for that change and pushing for that equality. You know, for myself as a doctor, working in whatever sphere in the same. And there's another man who graduated the same year, same university as myself. We have the same skill set. I want to understand why we're not getting paid the same.
The same
we're doing
amount,
the same thing.
And apparently that thing, it's actually a global thing. It's happening all over the countries. That according to stats, that more women they get less paid than men and so
because
forth.
Of that gender.
Because of just the gender and stuff. So in as you're saying that they are, well, I'm learning, guys. That's why we should come to this podcast. I mean, we are learning. You see, feminazis.
Feminazis. From the Nazis, like, you know the term the Nazis.
Nazis,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, from World War II. Okay, all right, the Nazis. All right, no, that's beautiful. And then in terms of like how the today's generation, do you think majority of women in our generation are feminazis or they are just feminine or feminists?
I mean, from the circles that I hang around with, most people have chosen to run away from the feminist movement. There was a time in my class.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it was this year or last year. But
in varsity.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I think we're 9 in my group. Yeah. And I was the only feminist in my class.
Yeah,
because you remember,
I'm in your class. What do you mean?
You just said
so yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
What happened?
No, I forgot what we were talking about, but essentially someone was asking everyone in the group, like, are you a feminist? Are you a feminist? And
I think it's this whole thing, the whole feminazi thing that's making us run away from this whole feminism thing. You get me?
Yeah. It's just like, because I as much as I'm a feminist, I'm not gonna parade. You know what I mean? But I'll play my role in, like, for example, in the workplace. I'll make whatever difference I can in the workplace for those that are gonna come after me. That's why sometimes I get upset in class sometimes when you can vividly see the difference between the way a lecturer is treating a male student and a female student. And unfortunately, I'm going to be encouraged to keep quiet about that because then that's going to inherently affect me negatively. Which is like, if I'm vividly seeing an injustice, why must I keep quiet about it? Because also my thing is, some of these people that treat us this way are also women. And it's like, you went through this thing, and then you're putting the next generation through that. I don't want to perpetuate it. I just want to play my role in changing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm not gonna go on the streets. Never. I could never. Me?
Okay.
No.
But guys.
Okay.
Food for thought. Do you really think the male gender and the female gender will ever be the same on the same level?
In what sense?
In every sense. since you're preaching feminism, would it ever be in the same level?
I don't
Come
wanna.
on.
I
It
wanna,
seems like as
Beautiful.
feminists sometimes we choose what equality is based on what, but in
Yeah.
other circumstances we're like, oh, he's a man, he should pay for this because he's a man. You get me?
Yes, but they also expect us to cook because we're the women.
Okay, my take in that, but don't go to the cooking one now. We are coming. We are
Yeah.
coming to the cooking one. I genuinely think that when it comes to that question, why man, and I literally think that, you know, it's like we are trying to compare. Let me say what I'm trying to get the quickest example.
Apples to bananas.
Yeah, we are trying to compare
True,
apples to
true,
bananas, you know,
true.
something that is of course of the same nature or under the same
Yeah,
group,
yeah.
but they can never ever be
Yeah,
the same
that's
and
true,
stuff. They can
that's
never
true,
be the
I
same.
believe,
That's why I think in our generation nowadays, most of the time we can find this whole term they use, what a man must, indota must, and all those
yeah,
things
yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
because we have actually like changed this whole thing and made it only a conceptualized thing that it's only specific to a specific gender and so forth. But my take is this here to say women and men are never like they should never be compared
I'm with you
in a
there.
way. They can never be compared. I think it's a kind of a thing that women should know their place
Yeah.
and where they're supposed to be.
And men should also
And
know that
men
place.
should know their place and where they should be. I mean, I think it's a kind of a thing where we complement one another. You know, it's like we are a puzzle. So we come into the right place and then we fit it perfectly like that.
Because
I don't know.
even guys, like when we're growing up, we all with our parents, you know, we always saw the roles that a father should do and roles a mother should do. You get me? They both play different roles, and they were not on the same level. You get me? So,
Come on. Tackle me. I know you want to tackle me.
Okay, I hear you guys, but I feel like I guess it's not to say that they weren't equal, but it's a thing of let there be respect amongst each other. Because a lot of the times you find that those very men, when they get to wherever, when they reach whatever status they get, they gatekeep it for the men alone, and then it's like women are on their own. Like for example, how many male presidents have you heard that say things like, oh, women are too emotional to be presidents and things like that? Do you get what I mean? So those are the type of people that are obviously gatekeeping certain positions in parliament, that are inhibiting women from climbing up that ladder in order to get to the point of being president, in a sense.
Okay.
So I feel like, as much as yes, men and women, I guess I don't want to say they'll never be equal, but you said we should complement each other.
Yes.
But usually you find that like there's a lack of cooperation. So that the ability to complement each other is taken away.
By in what sense? In what sense though?
Gatekeeping, like I said.
Okay.
So
okay.
you'll find that there are certain jobs or certain career titles that will only ever belong to men or only ever be given to men.
isn't that the same with women though?
Like what?
I don't know.
Kitchen, washing dishes, and all those things. Those were
Makeup
back in the
artist,
days
I don't know.
and
You
stuff.
name it.
There are
Yeah.
male makeup artists.
I mean, right
But
now.
there have also been female presidents though, but it's not balanced.
Yes, that's
true,
the thing.
true.
Like, and sometimes you find that even in that thing of making a woman not to question their skill set or whatever, but sometimes it's like they just do that just so that the country can be like, oh, there's a female president or there's a female this,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
because you'll find that lady or however is inhibited from her tasks, in the sense that, as a president you can't make decisions on your own, right?
of
You're
course.
gonna need like people, a panel of people that help you make those decisions, but it's like that panel somehow also keeps you from making certain decisions. It's like they control your decision making. So you're the president in the sense of you're the woman, you're the face, so that the company is said to be apparently inclusive and forward moving, but really there's a boardroom of white men
Okay.
that are really like playing chess there.
Yeah. And in that sense, since you were saying that, I mean, we are in the medical, I mean,
the medical
sphere,
sphere.
and we obviously know of nurses. The title nurses, I mean, belongs to women, mostly women, yeah. And in our generation, I don't know if you guys ever realized it, but it becomes very awkward for like a male to be a nurse, or how we observe a male and stuff, how we perceive them, even it's way too different and stuff. So in that kind of a situation, like
even teaching here in Russia, it's mostly females, no?
Oh yeah, that's the honest truth. That's the honest truth and stuff. So is that the compliment that you were talking about that has been stripped away from us?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I don't know how to say it without being like somehow
being a feminazi.
No, not without being a feminazi. Because the thing is, I don't want to offend, I guess, certain career titles or whatever. But usually you find that the careers that are more respectable
are given to men.
And then it's like the less respectable ones, or it's like the more the more nurturing ones, or the softer ones, those are the ones given to ladies.
Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna sound dumb or whatever, but hey, listen. I feel like, for example, okay, let's take nursing and maybe engineering. You know, women are known to be their character in general, they're known to be nurturing people. And for a nurse, you need that what do you call it? That certain trait. And then as for men, we all know men are physically stronger than women. So with such careers like maybe engineering, wouldn't it be fit to have more men being engineers and then more women being nurses?
But the thing is, things like being nurturing, those are not things that you can't learn. The same even with being fit. You can it's still something that you can train your body to do. Like, yes, the margins will never be the same. Nothing will ever take away from that. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like the opportunities are available to both genders. That already speaks to the ability of both genders to do the jobs quite well. So then, why the gatekeeping in the first place? I don't know. Like, I just feel like the more respectable, I don't know.
Okay, it's a tough one. This one is I mean, it's not even a topic, it's a debate.
It's a debate, right? It is.
That we can go on each and every day. But out of it all, I still feel like as long as women find the opportunity to do whatsoever they are capable of doing, let them do like that. Let them find their space, let them shine, give them the power that they need and so forth. Because I still feel like it goes back to the idea of we are different and stuff. So certain aspects, for instance, there are men that are like masculine in terms of their masculinity. They are very weak, and there are women who are really very strong and so forth. And in such places and all those things, we should just give women the opportunity to do it, because why? They can, their skills and whatsoever they have actually allows them to do it like that and so forth. So you said something about like the emotional kind of or side of females and stuff. Do you think that females are more emotional than men?
Yes. I think so. To some extent, I don't know, to some extent, I guess. But I've also met men who are more emotional than females.
Those ones. I'm joking.
I don't think it's a thing of being more emotional. I think it's just women are kind of taught that it's okay to express whatever emotions you may have versus men, because you find I think, I don't know, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I might be overgeneralizing, but I feel like for us women, it's almost as though it's okay to express how you're feeling through crying. But as a man, it's like the only way to express how you're feeling is through anger.
Because even with guys, if you see, like, I can come to you and cry all I want about whatever I'm going through. But with guy friends, they can't do that. Like, no, you'll be fine, my guy, you'll be fine. You get me? They don't even allow you to express that certain
Yeah, it's like
part
a guy.
of
It's
you.
almost like a guy's not allowed to be sad.
Yeah.
He's only allowed to be angry. You know how even like ladies on TikTok and stuff will be like, I like a man that can put me in my place, because they want the man to yell, because it's like it's only in yelling that he's expressing some sort of
Really?
emotion. Yes, and I think that's toxic.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
toxic.
It's toxic, because you shouldn't only be allowed to feel anger. You're also allowed to feel sadness. You should be able to feel,
Cry.
to be vulnerable,
Amen.
to cry. Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
And then
Because it's not even about being a man. It's just human nature.
human nature. That's
You get
it.
what I mean?
That's
So
it.
it's like, as girls, little children are told big boys don't cry.
Yeah, that's true.
Imagine from that young age, a boy grows up, and then now at 25, I'm supposed to be telling a 27-year-old man that no, it's okay to cry. Like,
And
if
they
it's-
end up finding toxic mechanisms to cope with that. I hear you.
Yeah.
The toxic mechanisms to cope. It's so much important, because I think us as men, we have been robbed. Like, the society on its own has robbed us the spot, or this thing called the soft spot. Our society has robbed us as man and stuff. But anyway, no, this is not about men anyway. The gents, they will come and advocate for themselves. But I think the society has robbed us of that. And in terms of women, oh gosh, women are emotional. I'm so sorry, but no, that's the honest truth.
No.
You're surrounded by women here.
But I think that's how it is, and it's just a natural thing. I think it's we study medicine. We learn it even in medicine and stuff, in terms of the level of hormones and all those things that women and stuff. But how should men learn best to take good care of women, or to cope around you guys? Like, in
What do you
terms
mean
of
cope?
your
That sounds so wrong. Cope around
sorry.
us?
I'm sorry.
What do you mean cope?
Okay, no. All right, let me just rephrase it like this.
Okay.
How, you know how I'm gonna put the question though.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of us as men, how best do we learn women as far as their emotional aspects are concerned? How do we learn? If I'm your friend as a guy, if you are right in your emotional space and so forth, regardless of whatever emotion is it, whether you are angry or you are happy and so forth, and you are frustrated, and of course when it's that time of the month for you ladies, okay, because sometimes you women really you just like, you think, what in the world is going on with this one right now, because they become emotional. Some women are very emotional, some are not. But now I want to know, how best for us as men, how best can we learn you guys?
I don't think men don't know how to do it. I have male friends, and they are good friends. I think somehow when men are just in relationships, something turns off in the head. They just don't want. They just choose not to do it. But I feel like not my.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like listening is the most important thing, guys. All a woman ever wants is for you to hear her out and listen. Listen to why I'm complaining about this, and try to understand as well. Men don't listen. It comes in this side, it goes out the other side, and then they're going to repeat the same thing that you complained about a few minutes ago. Men don't listen. Just listen.
Hey, gents. It's a tough one, man.
Men don't listen. Hi.
Yeah, also because I feel like there's no way to like generalize it, because also at the end of the day we're all different, right? So it's about learning your partner, and being able to communicate, like, okay, when she's in this kind of state, does she want solidarity? Is it solidarity? No, solitude.
Solitude.
Does she seek solitude, or does she want your embrace? Sometimes all she wants is for you to hug her. Sometimes she wants a conversation. Sometimes she wants a listening ear. Sometimes she just wants food. Like, it's just about communication. I think the important thing is asking your partner, okay, what can I do for you in this moment? Do you just want me to just be around? You don't want me to say anything? Or do you want me to leave you alone? Or so it's just about, I think it's about communicating with that particular person what they want from you, or how you can best support them at that moment in time.
Remember that thing I once asked you about her? Okay, for example, if we're in a relationship, let's say we have a fight or a misunderstanding. let's say how I deal with conflict is I want us to sit down and talk about it then. We don't waste time. And then you as my partner, the way you deal with conflict is that you want to walk out and have some time to yourself. So how then do we meet each other halfway?
That's a good question.
Yeah. That one is tough because I usually meet people that deal with conflict differently from how.
Me too. I want to sit down and talk about it then. Like, we shouldn't waste a minute. Why are we wasting a minute? When you come back, I'll be more angry. But when you want to walk out,
I feel like sometimes it also depends on the what you call it, the size of the issue, and even who's wrong sometimes. Because usually, I know for me, usually if I'm the one who's wrong, I usually want to talk about it there and then. Yeah. But I'm not the one with the feelings that are hurt. Right? It's him he's the one with the feelings that are hurt. Maybe he needs time to process that. But I know that vice versa, usually if I'm the one that's hurt, usually I want some time first. So you get what I mean? So it's not so I guess it's just a matter of assessing who's more vulnerable, I guess, at that time. And just, I guess it's just important to respect each other's coping mechanisms at that time. But obviously there are important things like we can't go to bed angry at each other, things like that, you know. We can't be calling each other funny names, you know. We can't be posting on statuses, subbing each other, things like that.
Because that's so hard with just talking about it then and we finish. Why do you guys want space?
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the size of the matter.
I hear you. Oh, tough.
This one is like women are a bit difficult for men, right? And I totally do. Like, I fully agree with that, because I will say that women, as much as women are the same, but within the midst of women, most of them are different from each other.
Yeah, that's true.
You get it?
True.
So you'll find us as men that maybe like I was being raised by a single mother, or maybe other men, they grew up under an association of like a craft full of women and stuff, and they have been told that, okay, this is how you take good care of a woman, or this is what you know when it's time time of the month for a woman, this is what you need to know, this is what's going on and stuff. But the more we grow up, because of where we come from and our different environments and our different of course backgrounds and so forth, that also has an influence on how you should learn that person, or how you actually get to understand that this is what the person is going through right now. Because the same way of how you want me to react, or whenever you are in your emotional sphere or space, how you want me to react, it will not be like that and stuff, because I haven't been taught that. And another thing I will say is that this generation, especially to the males and stuff, us as men, we need to like constantly grill and destroy the mentality behind that we have been taught from long time ago. And that mentality is that no, you cannot be soft over a woman, you can't be and stuff. Because I think this is about time and stuff for us to learn what a woman wants and stuff. We should give ourselves time to unpack. You unpack, you sit down with the person, and whether it's you guys are in a relationship or whether you are in a friend or whatsoever. And I think even in friendships, because most of this thing they get twisted in friendships, because the next minute you guys are friends and stuff, and then now she's emotional, you are talking to another girl, now she's acting all kind of towards you and stuff, and then you're like, dude, why are you acting like that? Because she's my friend.
Yeah, I feel like for that to work, someone also needs to acknowledge that what they were taught is wrong. You get me?
Sure.
Because I've been in very toxic relationships of which the person didn't understand that what the way taught is wrong, and it's now affecting us. So how do you even make that person realize? Because that's where the root problem is. You got to take care of the root problem first. You get me? So how do you even get to make someone realize that what you were taught, how you grew up, it's kind of wrong? You get me?
Half the time these people are even aware that they grew up in like toxic situations,
yes,
but this is a person that's not willing to make the work, to do the work to change that. And that's why sometimes, I know it might sound selfish, but
say it.
But like, I have told myself that I don't want to get into relationships with people that, a person that like
wasn't raised from love.
No, not that they wasn't. Not that they weren't raised from love. But like, Oh my gosh, it's gonna
Say
sound
it.
so bad.
No, say
But
it.
I mean, okay, let's say someone grew up in a. Obviously, they didn't ask to grow up in a situation where maybe dad was beating up mom and stuff like that, right? But I feel like sometimes those are the type of people I kind of avoid dating.
Me too.
Because I don't know, it's just like sometimes I don't know, I don't want to say you pick your struggle, but it's like I don't, if this is a person that I know hasn't, I really don't want to offend
That sounds so
anyone.
wrong. You pick your struggle.
I hear you.
Yes,
It's
because
true.
if I'm going to get into a relationship with someone that comes from that type of situation, I should be aware of the fact that I'm going to have to deal with some of those traumas.
Whoa.
Yeah,
And
you have to deal with some of those
sometimes they
traumas.
feel like sometimes these people even struggle to open up to you about it because they feel like you wouldn't understand, you know. And to be honest, a person can explain to you however much, but until you've gone through it, you'll never fully understand. So it's also a thing of I also want to avoid being insensitive, sometimes unknowingly, you know. So I don't
And
know.
personally, I'm not about to be Bob the Builder, guys. During that process of building a man, they break you down. So yeah, like she said, pick your
some people
struggle.
are aware. Some people
Okay.
are aware of the fact that you have so much love to give. They are aware of the fact that you can do this or that for them, and
they
take
just wanna
advantage of
take.
that. Yeah.
You just hit, I mean, a very beautiful one right now. Building a man.
Yes.
Never that. I would
What?
never.
What?
I would never build a
Building a
man.
man, like, what is the concept of building a man? Or when a woman says they are building a man, what do they mean? Building me how? Building me financially, building me emotionally,
Character development, financially, emotionally, and everything.
but is it possible though? Is it possible to build a
I've
man?
built men.
Hey,
And right
okay.
now, that
Yes, girl.
I've built men, and right now they're
yeah.
in very stable relationships because of me. I built them. I taught them character development and everything. And where did that get me? So hey, learn from me, guys.
Oh wow. And
I wouldn't
KG?
say I've built a man, but I've definitely been in situations that like where the person was somehow when they're with me, and at that time I thought that maybe it's a thing of he's unable to do this, so
Yeah.
that's why he's not able to get me flowers, or that's why he's not able to take me out. But
But
then
support him, friend. Isn't that building a man?
yeah, I did.
He wasn't trying.
I don't want to say building because I don't want to take credit.
Yeah, but you taught him how to do that for the next woman, no? Didn't he do that for the next woman?
yeah, he did. But you see what I mean? Like I don't. That's what makes me unapologetic about seeking some of the things that I seek in relationships now.
Sure.
Yes.
Because when he didn't do those things for me, it's not that he wasn't able to. Clearly he was.
But he
Because
wasn't
the next, literally, the relationship he got into just days or hours after we broke up, he was able to do those things for her. So it's like you weren't unable to.
You just
didn't want to.
But do you guys really think it's a blood?
So if you're watching this,
Oh, 10 past
sorry.
But I wanted to actually get into this part to say that yeah, I totally understand, but you know, going back again to this kind of a thing that we were talking about, that maybe emotional trauma, we are not from the same background and stuff. Like there are men that don't really know how to take good care of a woman, like myself, of course. I'm very bad in gifts. Like it's a kind of a thing that I don't think I have been taught. Why? Because I've never been bought a gift, you know, when I was young and stuff. I mean, okay, for me personally, I grew up mother and father apart, father that side, mother that side and stuff. So you get to live this life where you are just, you know, lotting one mates and stuff.
Would you say you didn't grow up seeing romance?
That's exactly my point, you know. I didn't grow up seeing romance and stuff. It's not something that I've been taught and all those things. And then now the more I grow up and all those things, and then you get to find, you know, somebody and like, you're not romantic and all those things. But
can I ask you something? In that case, didn't you want romance for yourself because you didn't grow up seeing it? So you've never basically had it. So didn't you want it for yourself? Because you know sometimes how like the things that we didn't grow up having, we kind of now want them to be done for us.
That's so true, right? We kind of want them to be done, but sometimes that kind of a thing, it normally becomes a habit. Yeah, like for me, that's why I don't find it interesting eating a chocolate. It's not something that it's chocolate. Oh man, remove that thing away from me. You know, that's my kind of attitude towards chocolate and anything that's so sweet and stuff. And for some people, whenever they see that and stuff, I mean, it's a thrill to the heart. I mean, it's like, wow, it's the world to them. And so I think as well, it goes back to the point that I was saying, that as much as we as men, it's not that we don't know how to and stuff. That's because we have not been taught, and it's your responsibility. I mean, as much as it is my responsibility to also teach you as my women the kind of things, certain things where you are lacking and so forth, because it's not a one-way kind of street. But it should be for both of us.
I guess that's where love languages come in, no?
Thank you. That's where
love languages come in.
Yeah, so it's not that we don't know how to. We operate in another department.
And that's the thing about love languages. Like, sometimes you might find that my love language is words of affirmation, but maybe my partner's love language is acts of service, and they might not feel like I know how to best cater to their needs because I'm sending him poems every day.
Yeah,
but then it doesn't. But his heart is not fulfilled because the act of service is kind of being neglected. So to speak. So I guess like the important thing becomes communicating that, and especially in the talking stage. The talking stage shouldn't just be, oh, what's your favorite color? Oh, babe, I like Like, let's also talk about those important things. What do you expect from your partner? And also, okay, you expect this from me, this is what I can offer you, right? To avoid situations where we're now in the relationship and then it's like, I expect you to do this, but I never told you I could do this for you, or now my abilities don't allow me to do this for you, or this is too much and stuff like that.
Wow.
I think it's just being able to be honest and vulnerable with each other. I think that really matters the most. I mean, you see how you just shared that, like, you grew up not seeing romance, right? So then when you communicate that with your partner, that becomes something your partner is intentional about, kind of not teaching, but I guess communicating with you that, okay, perhaps if you did this for me, or
Wow, that's so beautiful. So I think for that part, I think. But by the way, now I'm way much better. I'm trying. I'm not best yet, but I'm trying to learn this whole gifting thing and stuff. So of course. And I think that's where now your pod came in and stuff. Said, I'm never doing that again.
I was just about to be like, I don't want to work in the progress, man. I want the final project. No, come on,
always a work in progress.
So you were tired.
There's never a point. You can never reach a point where you are there.
I'm sorry, there's nothing you guys can say to convince me.
There's always even that man with $1 million can always make $1 billion. You get what I mean? There's always room for growth.
As we see it in the movie.
Good luck.
In that movie, what I think.
No, it's not to say that I'll build a man. I'm also not in the business of building men.
Okay.
But it's like I'm not gonna take a person's like shortcomings as. Okay, it's about taking the person's shortcomings and deciding, is this something I'm willing to deal with or not?
Wow.
Because then if I decide that I want to deal with your shortcomings and then we're in the relationship and I villainize you for that, now that's unfair.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I knew it from the get-go, right? Versus...
But, friend, sometimes you don't know someone's shortcomings. Kind of in the talking stage or the courting stage, people hide that. That's something to discover when you're in the relationship.
Some people lie.
Yeah.
Some people lie. They introduce you to a lifestyle that they can't maintain.
For 1 week. When they get you, they change right there. Had the baby son. One guy once said what it's called. I think there's maintenance something budget, and then there's courting budget, then maintenance budget. I forgot something like that. Like it's different. You like the courting budget, like you do everything to get the girl. Then after how I can still be using courting budget. Now it's maintenance budget. I'm just maintaining.
So then that brings me to a point. Another thing that women want is consistency.
Yes.
Introduce me to a vibe that you can maintain.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? But you know what I think a lot of men do? I don't know. Maybe you might disagree. But I feel like for girls like you and I don't know.
How do you mean girls like you and I?
But I feel like, a lot of the times in today's age, we meet people online. Well, at least for me, I meet a lot of people on Instagram and stuff like that. Right?
Of course.
So already from the Instagram vibe, they're already in their heads. They're thinking all she needs is money.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So then that's the approach that they come then when they're pursuing you, by just dangling money in your face. And I'm not gonna say no to money. Let's bring me back my money. You get what I mean?
But that's a good thing, no?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing, but then sometimes it backfires in the sense that it becomes that whole courtship budget versus maintenance budget, because they think that to get you, they pretend that they're able to afford this lifestyle and all that stuff in order to get you to like them, and then now that you guys are in the relationship, only then are they honest about the fact that, oh no, I can't do this, or they start coming up with lies or whatever. So I don't know.
All right, with the consistency, what okay, can we just try and unpack this consistency? When I'm you are a woman and I'm approaching you and stuff, that consistency, is it the kind of consistency whereby finances are involved, where checking up on you is involved, where calling you constantly is involved, texting you every morning is involved and stuff? Is it consistency as a whole, or is just consistency just in that specific department, or so to say?
I feel like consistency as a whole, but at the same time, we have to admit that life does happen. We get busy here and there. So if you can't match that at least communication. You get me? Some men don't communicate. They just think what I'll assume. You get me? So,
all right.
yeah.
Sure. Nice.
Yeah. I also think the same. Holistically, you need. I mean, I want consistency emotionally. Like she said, if you're not able to do this or that, communicate. Because if you don't communicate,
but it shouldn't
I'm
be a
going to
habit.
assume the worst.
All right.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a habit.
I think we once had a conversation in regards to this whole consistency thing, and there was a certain complaint to say that, but see, you don't text anymore like how you used to and stuff. But I got to understand, and I really do understand like how you guys come about it. But I would love women to come and think of it this way, to say, the consistency, there are different like levels of a relationship, or there are different hierarchies that we always need to accomplish in a relationship and stuff. And I think it's very for us when we are in the courting stage, or when we are the talking stage. It's that, yes, let's be in the talking stage, and there are certain things that I will no longer do when we are in a relationship, but that does not mean that I'm lacking. That means that I am focusing
Please
on
clarify
another
that
thing.
statement.
All right, cool. For instance, maybe we are starting to we are in a talking stage and all those things, right? I call you probably every day and so forth and stuff. Fine, cool. Okay, cool. But now we are dating. Of course, life gets busy and all those things and stuff. But now there's a difference in the time I spend with you every day, and the time in which we were not like together. By then we were still courting and stuff, Now I get to see you physically more, our conversation get to be genuine, because now I get to see you almost every day or whenever time and stuff. But when we are when we were, of course, in that dating or talking stage and stuff, I how can I say it, I was just consistent because I was trying to get you into this environment to say that, okay, cool, this is where we are, and this is how life is going to be around and stuff. Because you must understand that if a man or if a gent does certain things and he cannot do them anymore, some men, okay, not to say we are taking advantage of, I'm not speaking to those who are taking advantage of women, but I'm talking to those who are trying to say that the reason why I can call you every day, that's because I am sacrificing certain things. That's why I can spend time with you, But now, since, well, you are in my space and you are in my life and stuff, I'm introducing you to this life that I have. I have a schedule and things work like this and all those things, right? Now I am no longer working hard for the relationship. The relationship is there already, but I'm working hard for us building the legacy, because certain things they can
then you leave me a few months later. No, guys, none will pay one day. You believe him though, right?
You don't believe me. Guys, come on. No, you can't. No, but like,
that's
for real.
That's introducing me to a vibe you can't maintain.
Yeah.
Because you created the impression that you have this time for me, and now that we're in the relationship, all of a sudden you don't have that time. But what I would much rather appreciate is if you're honest from the get-go. That's okay, this is how, because I mean in the talking stage I still expect that thing of, okay, we're not able to talk. I'm not saying let's talk throughout the day, right?
Of course,
but maybe it's like, okay,
course.
I'm not able to do this right now because I'm going to church, or I'm going to do this or that, you know. Like, just communicate that stuff. I mean, even in the relationship, when that happens, it's something that I've already become accustomed to. Versus now it's a thing of, why have things changed? Because now that thing of why have things changed, now that creates conflict. Because it's like, this was never there in the beginning, why is it there now? And that's why I'm saying the talking stage, as much as it's supposed to be fun, it's also supposed to, like, it's the time to have a lot of honest conversations, so that you decide whether or not this is the person you want to be in a relationship with. Because if I'm going to be very busy, then I'm probably someone that you might not want to be in a relationship with. You know, I know for example, for myself, like, I'm very busy. If it's not work, it's school. If it's not school, it's church.
Of course.
So if I'm dating someone who isn't busy, someone who probably only has school, they don't have these other two things, a lot of the times they complain about my availability, right? And then the talking stage ends up failing because unfortunately I can't sacrifice my work. So then it's like a thing of, you knew about my schedule from the beginning, and that's why we couldn't get into this relationship. But then now imagine you pretend you're okay with my schedule, and then now we're in the relationship, and then
things
all of a
change.
sudden my schedule is an issue. But you are obviously, yes, it's up to me to also create time for my relationship, but at the same time, when you're dating someone who is not as busy as you are, the gap is huge, and they can feel that gap, whereas you're not really feeling that gap because you're busy doing this or that. Sometimes when you do find time to yourself, sometimes you just want to be alone. It's not that you don't want to be with your partner, but sometimes you do need time to yourself. So then
I feel like that's why we have what we call a honeymoon phase. That's why it fades away, because now we fail to keep up with the light that we try to create in the beginning. You get me? I agree with her. The talking stage, it can be all fun and games, but then we should also have uncomfortable conversations. You know. That's where we source out if we're compatible enough, you know. So
because I remember that's the reason one of my first relationships ever failed, because we first started talking in the summertime. Neither one of us had school.
Of course.
Fun and games.
So it's fun. We're available all the time. And then now school starts, and then things are getting hectic. We broke up actually around exam season.
Wow.
Because now I'm very busy. I'm not able to meet up as frequently. He actually closed like 2-3 weeks before I did. So he's really feeling that gap of us not being able to see each other often. And it was a thing of, our relationship is not a priority, and you know.
Just to save myself, because you guys have crushed me.
Oh, sorry, you did catch your point. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. What I'm trying to say is that's the same thing, because I'm speaking from that kind of experience to say that it also depends on the time and the phase at which you are at in life, you know. I mean, all of us are busy. I mean, like, especially right here where we are in this I mean, all of us are busy. We have school, we have work, we have this and that and that. So certain times, like, it depends on the time in which I am free and stuff, because I think when certain things happen and stuff, they used to happen like maybe when when I'm free and stuff, and then we have those calls and stuff. But now that we are back to school or maybe back to work and everything, there's a lot of things, and now I don't get that time. But that does not still stop man from taking up the call and, you know, just call, communicate.
That I'll be busy and everything.
And I think I love the point that you said that honesty, it's consistency, just not consistency but honesty as well.
True.
Gents, let's stop lying to these women. Let's stop, because it's like we are fishing you guys, right?
That's one thing that really upsets me. A lot of the times men tell us things that they think we want to hear, and it's like, I'm not a doll. I'm not a 5-year-old such that you should tell me sweet nothing that I'm gonna fall for you. You get what I mean? Because in me loving a person, I'm not just loving the good things about you, I'm also loving the bad things. It's not a thing of I'm loving you because it's like I'm loving what there's this saying, I don't love you despite, I love you because, something like that. It's like, if if you can love the good things about me, you should also be able to love the bad things.
It depends which bad things those are.
No, like your shortcomings.
It depends which ones those are.
We'll have shortcomings now. Because in the same light, I would also want to be accepted and loved, even with my shortcomings. You get what I mean? Like, because you know there's certain things that we can't really
change and everything.
So,
oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
For example, what example can I give? I'm trying to think of something that can't really be changed. Okay, I'll think about it.
Okay, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Everything can be changed.
No, there are certain things that can't be changed.
Okay, and now let's go. Should we go 50-50? Should we go 50-50?
No.
I don't
Okay.
believe in 50-50.
All right. And why is that?
A relationship can never be 50-50 in my opinion, you know. I don't think there's even a balanced scale that we can use. While we're human, you know, we're not perfect. There's sometimes where I'm gonna be a 30, I expect my partner to take the 70, and the other way around, he's gonna be a 70 and I should be the 30. So I don't think a 50-50 is a very ideal thing to say. You get me?
All right. That's solid.
Yeah, I also just think
Yeah.
ain't no 50-50. I ain't even trying to say nothing.
50-50.
No.
Okay, when we say 50-50, are we talking finances, right?
What
or
are you
everything?
talking about?
I am talking everything. 50-50 in everything, yeah.
Hey, finances.
Finances. Let's just
Finances
let's
should be a 30, should be a 70.
Hey. Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh
You know
wow.
this couple on Love Is Blind season 4?
All right.
What are they called? Oh my gosh. Not Jennifer. Tiffany and Brett. Yes. You know everyone knows how Love Is Blind works, right?
No.
Okay,
But
you
yeah.
date someone without seeing the person for about 10 days, and if you guys fall in love and everything, then you guys can get engaged, and it's only through that engagement that you guys can meet.
Oh,
and
all
see each
right.
other. So this couple did that. The lady was 36, the guy's 35. So they're also at that age where they both were seeking marriage and they were intentional about it and everything. So yeah, they did all that, and then now it was that time between during the engagement, before the marriage, because now the wedding is like a month after the engagement. So now they were having a conversation about bills and everything.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, the lady she was probably, I don't want to say willing, but I guess she was just trying to hear what he thinks about bills and everything. And then he was saying that I don't want a situation where it's like, oh, I've paid this much of the bills, like, oh, please run me back that $50 or something like that. He was like, I'm more than willing to cover 70% of the bills, and then you can take 30% or something like that.
Nice.
And I appreciated that, because also that on its own was speaking to him being a provider. He was saying that we are good. You get what I mean? So yeah, I Sana,
So for the men should go 70 and you should go 30 financially.
even if he takes 100%, Sana. No wahala there.
I think I agree with you, because I used to be a type of girl who, she knows. I didn't mind this. I wouldn't even mind going at 70 or even 100 with a guy, but that didn't get me anywhere. So I think financially a man should be willing to provide. You get me?
Of course. Okay.
I feel like if I want to spend, let it be my choice. I don't want it to be a thing of like it's the expectation from the guy.
Okay, but here we are talking dating, right? Because of course not marriage. Yeah, marriage is another level. Yeah, but there we're talking. Well, I think it should come from a general ideal or logic of, number one, what are you doing? Where are the finances? Both men and women. Yeah, I'm talking in terms of both. Where is the finance coming from? And who or how much is the other making from the other, but the ideal scale, or my final answer to this, is the one who makes more, let him pay more. Just like that.
Why would we date men that are making less than us?
Exactly.
No, that's the thing.
We have MDs.
You have
MDs. We have MBBS, Sana. I can't date a man that makes less than me.
Never that.
No.
And Rapi, you saw men who make less than you, and they tend to be a little bit insecure, no?
Yes, actually.
In that financial department.
That's something that one of my older cousins told me about. She's also a doctor. doctor, and she was telling me that the dating pool is really difficult when you are like a self-established woman.
Yeah.
Because usually men get intimidated on that first date when you guys now talk about what do you do for a living, and then it's like, oh, I'm a doctor, oh, I'm a lawyer. It becomes, I don't want to say it becomes an issue, but like a lot of men feel intimidated by that, because I don't want to lie, there are a lot of men that feel like they want women that, it's as though they feel a sense of masculinity from the woman being below them. So then now that you are kind of independent or something, to them it's like, oh, what can I do for you? Now sometimes it's not even in a bad way, it's just a thing of what do I have to add to your life if you're already there, because they feel like you can already do all these things for yourself, so what do I have to add to that?
So you guys are saying no to men who get less money than you?
Yes.
Whoa.
Dude, there's this other time a guy
Ladies, wait. No, give me a proper answer.
Yes.
So you guys don't date men? Hey, I'm
No,
wait. Wait. So I saying
this is gonna sound wrong.
I don't get it sounds wrong.
no. Wait. So a guy who gets less paid than you?
Ocean for me,
No.
Because that then
Wow.
what that means that when
Even-
we go out on our vacations, that means that
Even right now when I was a student, for
Yeah.
me to date, I mean, I do everything for myself. I buy my own stuff. I pay for my own nails, everything, my wigs and everything. So if I date a guy, if you are not going to uplift the lifestyle that I already have, what am I doing dating you? If you're not going to be able to provide, what am I doing dating you?
That's
no, for real, it
fire
doesn't make sense.
shot right
Because
there.
guys, being a lady is it's
not
very
cheap.
expensive. Being, making yourself look pretty, it's not cheap.
Oh,
So when now you
can't
want,
imagine you're able to flex that, oh my
exactly.
my beautiful honey, but you
What are
didn't
you
pay for the
doing?
honey. Did
What are
you
you
pay
doing?
for the honey?
What are you
Did you pay
doing?
for the honey?
So no, sorry.
Wait.
Sorry, you don't just get to brag on my pretty face. You also gotta
Sure.
add money to it.
But you guys are already doctors, though. No, I guys, allow me. I totally agree. You know what? I think this is such a beautiful conversation, and I think the second time we're gonna have, I think there should be around two, and there will be men. Of course, there will be men in this case, because no, this is the pressure that actually the society puts upon men, and that's where now we as men, we are being pressured by the whole agenda of a man should be a provider and all those things. And it goes back to the thing of the first thing that we were talking about, that if a women cannot do a certain job and all those things, blah blah blah. But now if you can, why don't you? Because you can. And if I can't, then I can't, so I don't think it should be a thing of a man probably if he gets less than you, or if you get more than that. But if you get more than I do and stuff, it's not wrong for you to cover most of the bills.
Okay, then if you can't provide, stay in your own league.
Whoa!
That's
that. No, honestly, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
As men, we are in trouble. Woo! Gents, be careful. Be careful.
for real,
So, this is getting so interesting. So you guys are telling me that if I don't meet your financial standard, I should not even try.
I don't even
Then,
try.
guys, what happens to love?
Hey, love
Love
won't pay
will
the
come.
bills. Love won't pay the bills.
Yeah, man. Like,
This is not Romeo and Juliet. Love won't pay the bills.
Ladies,
Sorry.
Our
They
doctors.
said
yeah,
reality
guys.
about life.
No, honestly.
No, but I'm glad. No, let me not throw shade or anything. But if this is the honest truth that what you guys are saying, then I think it should be like that. Whoa, but I think. But no, guys, I don't agree with this one. No.
Yeah,
no.
because I just feel like I said, I prefer the type of partner that will take care of my of my maintenance week, right? My nails, everything. Buy me a wig every now and then. But if you're making less than me now, I have to understand. I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want to understand.
Come on, guys,
We
no.
don't wanna understand.
There is nothing that irks me like having to send a message to a man saying,
I understand. I understand what?
I mean, I can understand if you're having a busy day, but that's about it. Because also, I mean, there are things like date nights. There are things like gifts and stuff like that. Some of these things. I mean, I feel like as people, as we elevate in our lives, the type of things we do for each other should also elevate.
Yeah, it should
You get
also
me?
elevate.
So now, if we're at a place where maybe I can get myself a Gucci, for example, but then you can't get me Gucci, then since I'm doing
Guys, come on.
Like she said,
What happened to
it's
love?
a thing of adding on to my life. Yes.
Whoa.
Because it's not.
So-
It's yes, of course.
But
the
it's
emotional-
actually true, yeah. It's not even financially, even emotionally. You can't date someone who's gonna sort of like bring you down. They should add on to what's already there, no?
Yeah.
You should be able to point to each other's cup.
and
You
stuff.
get me?
Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
one. You see, the emotional one. I
If
totally
you understand
do
the emotional, why
understand.
can't you understand the financial aspect?
No, because the financial part of it, it's beyond what man can actually do. Like it's not because I can, but there's a higher power that enables me to be like that and so forth, you know. Because in terms of these standards, I'm talking emotionally. It's something that I can drive and I can understand and I can push myself towards it. But finance goes to as deep as, you know, the work that I'm working, you know. It's I don't decide how much I want to get paid.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
decide a way I want to make the money and so forth. But I think I only agree with you ladies only in an aspect of dating a lazy guy. That's where I understand what you are saying. If
And
the
I'm-
man is lazy and he is also getting paid less than you, then of course I totally agree with you guys.
You see, yeah, this now brings us back to that point. So if I'm dating a guy who doesn't earn as much as me, but they're not lazy, that means I have to support his dream, which means what I'm building him, I'm back to being Bob the Build.
It takes us back to the thing of acrimony.
Oh, all right.
See now, like she seems like she was crazy because she waited for 18 years, but 18 years too short. But who would blame anyone for going crazy? I personally wouldn't even wait 2 years, but she waited 18 years, and to her, considering that she's someone that perhaps didn't have the technical understanding of what he exactly was trying to push, or her friends or her family or whatever, you feel like that's someone that's lazy. But what's to say he was lazy? It seems like to someone else it comes across as laziness, but to him it was passion, because it's that passion that took him that ended up making him all that money in the end.
Oh, wow.
But the thing is, for how long should you wait?
And
Because
where did it get her?
you get what I mean? Yeah.
Hey,
Because
ladies.
there's things like, how long should I wait? Because we want to have children soon. I mean, I'm 25.
Yeah.
In
yeah,
5 years,
yeah.
I should have at least 2. You get what I mean? So, how long should I wait then for you to reach the peak of your career and things like that? Because also, before I have children, I want to be able to travel the world.
Oh, wow.
There are things that I want to do before we do this and that, and like sometimes time is not necessarily on my side.
Guys, we are having a part 2 of this. You guys are so much interesting, but you wow. Okay, let me not. Okay,
Don't get
yeah.
us wrong, guys. There's some understanding women out there, but it's not us.
Good luck.
Good luck. It's not us. It's not us.
But do you guys have in mind that you guys are doctors, though? So
Yes.
when it comes to you already a doctor, like we normally know that a doctor is already paid a high salary and stuff, right? So if you as a doctor were paid you, then I mean a man who is supposed to date you, if they are not a doctor, then what are they supposed to be like?
could
Maybe
be a president.
oh gosh, then how many presidents are there though? That's what I'm trying to ask, like how many
Or a
presidents are there?
businessman.
A
Come on.
businessman.
Yeah.
Then which means
But
I have to be Bill
I
Gates.
get your point though, because obviously like successful people or people that are billionaires or whatever, they make a very small percentage of the world. You know?
Exactly, that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. That's
But-
why for me it's like, whoa, this is so much pressure to us as men, and that's why at the end of the day, man, they want to kill themselves, and that's why. But this is another. It's another pointer. Wait. But this is another pointer to say that that's why at the end of the day, man, they actually feel entitled to women, you know, to say that if I pay lobola for her or stuff, but lobola, it's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
But if I pay for lobola for her, or if I do anything like that, then maybe, you know, it's like now I'm entitled to her and all those things because of these problems that we cannot sit down and talk about, the financial struggles and all these other things, whether can you provide or can't you provide. But other than that, let's talk about, okay, how much time do we have?
It's 1 hour, 10 minutes.
It's already been an hour.
1 hour. Oh wow, guys.
Like an hour.
But
I'll have a conversation with that later.
Yeah.
if oh, this is so nice, but no, we definitely gonna have a part 2. do you ever think would you ever feel like you have failed in life if you don't get married?
If I'm being fully honest,
Yeah.
yes. I need a ring, son. Yo, I want a ring. I don't want to lie. Like, I know for me, my marriage is the family like unit is something that is a really huge part of my definition of success. As much as my career is important to me, I do seek stability in a husband and children. And I've had to, I feel like for me it was such a big deal that I've had to sit down with myself and actually like tell myself that, but if you don't get married, don't think that you feel, because I feel like the way I feel about it now is different from how I felt back then, because I did feel like in order for me to reach any level of happiness or joy or whatever, I needed marriage. But I don't want to lie, I do want to get married. I really do want to get married, and if I don't, I would be, check on me. If I don't get married, guys, check on me. I won't be good.
All right.
It's a tough one. I don't think I would consider it failure as such, but guys, like I said, for me, priority is getting the bag. You know,
the bag.
I just want to get my bag, but of course, sometimes it's important to have a life partner, someone you can build with. You know, it makes life nice. You know,
someone to share those things with. You know, it's nice like when you have good news and you're able to text that first person like, oh, this is, I just got my license today, or oh my gosh, you won't believe I saved my first I just delivered my first baby today. You know, being able to share those things with someone, and I mean, even the legacy that we'll be building throughout these careers that we'll be building, we're leaving them for our children. The same way our parents are leaving them for us. It's those type of things.
Okay. Well, because of time, unfortunately, fam, we're gonna have to close it here. But I do promise you, we are definitely going to bring back a part 2 of this one, and we have to make it interesting. We're gonna have the gents, we're gonna have the ladies, and we definitely need to have, because I think this is such a broad topic to actually hear. There's so many things that I wanted to go through with you guys, but of course, because of time and stuff. But as we close it, maybe the main 3 things that you would expect from a man. What is it? Money, I know it's already number 1. Money is already number 1, but besides money, other things?
Are you gonna go first?
We can go first.
Friend. Okay. So I shouldn't mention money.
Yeah.
Okay. Loyalty and respect and honesty.
Loyalty, respect, honesty. Wow.
I wouldn't want to say love, because someone once said for me, loyalty over love. You get me? Because if you're loyal to someone, like, you stay loyal to them, but you can betray someone you love.
Sure.
So for me, loyalty all the way.
Nice. Wow.
I think for me, definitely consistency. In every aspect of the relationship. Vulnerability. That's something that I take very seriously. Because I think for me, with my partners, it's not difficult for me to have those honesty. So I'm like, I also want that honesty from you, you know. And I said consistency. What else? Vulnerability. And what else? Softness. Yeah, I want to be treated like a glass.
No. Wow. No, that's beautiful. All right, fam. Thank you so much for actually making it here.
Thank you for having us.
And I'm super thrilled, man. This is so exciting. I feel like I can go on and on and on, right? The whole day, but no. Definitely, we are going to have a part 2. Beautiful fam. I hope you guys are still listening and you guys are still here. And if you are still here, go right there and hit that subscription button, and then make sure that you comment and make sure that you subscribe, and you definitely share with your friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, that friend to tell another friend, and stuff.
And dogs.
Make sure to follow the doctors on Instagram.
Yes.
Of course.
Follow us, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Especially if you have mine.
Yeah. Their Instagram handles will be right there in the screen below. Make sure that you definitely go to the Instagram pages and then follow them, guys. From the bottom of my heart, I really wish you guys a Yeah, but I wish you guys a splendid success within you guys as you are taking over this journey. I mean, being new doctors and so forth. And please be gentle on them men at them. And I'm afraid for our brothers.
Must be gentle on them. Think about it.
Yeah, but other than that, beautiful fam, this is GenTalks Diaries. I mean, we are a podcast that literally seeks nothing else but the truth. We are here to bridge gap between purpose, lifestyle, and dreams. So this is where you find us. Make sure that you do get us on our YouTube page. We will also be dropping on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and so many other podcast platforms that you can ever imagine. So we already wasted a lot of time and so forth, but we just don't want to say, do you guys have any parting words maybe before we close?
I don't know.
Nothing.
No.
All right, I think they've said like a mouthful.
people.
Yeah, good people.
Be good
Definitely.
men, guys. True women.
Yeah.
And women be good partners to you.
And
Please.
women, don't be afraid to ask for money.
All right, beautiful fam. You guys have a great day ahead or evening whenever you are watching this. From above to me, from me to you, it is love. Blessed Sia, proudly, spontaneously sponsored by God. And this is GenTalks Diaries. And of course, we can all say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.